here. All right, never mind. All right, we good now, buddy?
Yes, we are good.
All right, I'll count myself in 3, 2, 1. This is survival of the fittest. This is more than another rung on the ladder. This is Orlando Super Speedway, the penultimate race of the season. This is a magical place for some, but for others, it will be a terror for 34 heart-stopping laps around this 3.0 right-handed super speedway. Joining me tonight is going to be Zach 103 TV as my co-com producer. He's got some technical audio issues, so I'm going to use his chat command to be able to say stuff. And as always, Reem could not be here tonight due to some prior engagement. Here we go, guys. This is it. The Real Tree 500 Orlando Super Speedway. This is probably the most anticipated race of the season. Why? Because there's two things on the line. You need to stay within a certain amount of points, 41, to be championship eligible for Atlanta. And for the manufacturer crown, it all comes down to this tonight. If Chevy wins, it's game over. Let's get to those Zach Zip pre-race headlines out of Orlando, presented by Walt Disney, courtesy of me. Our first one, this is the semifinals. 21 guys enter. Only those under 41 or 40 points, depending on tiebreaker, will be alive after 34 laps in Orlando. This is it. A beast of a track to hold down the semifinals await. We'll find out who escapes. Number 2, Gordon and Ard roll call. Well, Jeff Jordan has been pretty much the man. He's second in points and arguably the quietest season of all time, while Ard has finished top 5 or 10 in the last 5 races. Does Gordon or Ard actually make an improbable run that could lead to a championship? We'll find out. Well, this is Orlando, and Walt Disney is right around the corner at Disney Resort. So is this a magical place? Well, with Orlando known for big ones and barely escaping, it is truly going to be a magical for our championship. Be a magical run or a magical heartbreak? We'll find out about that tonight. Winless champion? Well, winless champions could occur this season. Many have said winless champions don't deserve to be one, but with 9 races, 9 different winners, consistency is king. Wolf Hunter versus the Toyota gang. Freeze and Reggie have been on it, to say the least. Does Wolf have to worry about the hungry Toyotas? We'll find out. And our last one, as I mentioned at the top, Chevy, does they cash the check tonight? They just need one win the last 2 races, or have Dodge play spoiler like Ream or Isle and actually still clinch the manufacturer championship by having Dodge win 2 and Chevy with the 3. They have 2 options. It's the magical place we call Orlando. I'm going to take the call. I'm going to take these manufacturer headlines as well. Here's how it works. Chevy has 3, Toyota 2, Honda 2, Ford 2. It's 9 races. We enter race 10. Dodge has been officially eliminated, but they can play a role because if Dodge wins the last 2 races, for example, Isle or Ream, they help Chevy win it. Ford, Honda, Toyota, no matter what, they'll have the season finale. This is it. If they don't win tonight, they're done. If Chevy wins, everyone else is eliminated. They have to win no matter what. So it's pretty much Chevy wins, it's game over. If anybody else wins, we go to Atlanta, and the tiebreaker will be the highest driver in points. Chevy will have that tiebreaker considering our point standings. Now, let's go to those top 10 in points as aforementioned. Our new points leader, kind of not really, is Eli the Wolf, as Zach will pan back to him. He starts way back in the pack tonight. Eli the Wolf, 38th, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Eli the Wolf has been Mr. Consistency with a run of, 5 races. I'm talking 5 races. He finished first or second, with the 6th at Papyrus finishing 5th. For 2 bad rounds at Auto Club in Texas at 42nd and 40th have cost him. We talked about Jordan. We'll get to him in a minute. A couple guys like McClure, hometown hero tonight. Another hometown race in Orlando, in Florida. Can he do something? Messi starts up front. He's been one of the most consistent drivers with a 14.8 average finish. Vince Friese has been on a tear. Same with Reggie Fogelman the last 2 races on the super speedways and Bristol Dick and Pensacola, respectively. Can they do something? Outsiders, you have to look at this. Zach's picking Zevel, which is 66 points back. He needs 25 points tonight to stay alive. Basically needs to win. And Ian Stiles is the last mathematical eligible driver tonight with 79 points within the leader. It's going to conclude your pre-race headlines. We're going to talk more about the top 10 in points, including guys like Art Buchanan and others. But this is it, baby. This is Orlando Super Speedway. The stage is set for 34 heart-pounding laps, and we'll take you trackside now.
Drivers, start your engines!
Command has been given. We haven't even talked about the pole sitter, Jeff Bolton, who is a championship contender. 44 back. He's had a double sevens. He's been lucky sevens these last 2 races. Does he get a third seven tonight, or does he get a win? As we pan back to the field to see if there's any issues. See if we got any issues. Looks pretty good right now. Yes, sir. It looks pretty good. This is it. This is our only track on the schedule that's right-handed. We're going in a counterclockwise direction. This place has over 30-degree banking on the corners and 15-degree bank. It takes no prisoners. It may be the magical place they call Walt Disney and Elsa and all that. But tonight, it's a 200-mile-per-hour thrill ride. This is the roller coaster of Orlando. This is the penultimate race of the season. The pace car is going to make that hard right-hand turn into the pits. Jeff Bolton's going to lead us down the green in that Jello Ford, looking for a win on the season. As they get into the Geico restart zone, we're green flag racing here at Orlando Superspeedway. To get up to speed, you're going to start to see these guys fan out 3, sometimes 4, maybe 5 wide. This place is big enough to go 5 wide, though, in doubt. As Ian Stiles makes the first move for third underneath Messi and Stover. Stover gets kicked up high as Jeff Bolton blocking the lanes. There's our first 4 wide with Zevel, as Zach mentioned off the top, as his camouflage real tree driver of the race. We'll see if he can make some with Vince Friesen. Pad and all, but they make it clear and work. Right here is where you could see some issues. You can see the pinching, the squeezing. It's not bad on lap 1. You might say we're going to stay on the camera just to kind of see how this goes, but it's not bad on lap 1. It's just when you get to like 5 wide with the Bovik here, it might be a little bit cause for concern. You're going to see shuffling between 4 or 5 wide. You can be first like Bolton, and you can be up the first in a couple laps at the back of the pack. There's no telling how this place will be, as you can definitely see 4 or 5 wide. As now we do have 5 wide. That's Ard and Beal pushing the issue. Ard's a championship contender in a way. He needs to be careful as they almost clip the apron down there. Back at the front, though, it's Roach, who started mid-pack, leads the first lap. Like I said, this place is shuffling. It's not meant to be, oh, you got the lead. It's going to be all about track position tonight. We are on a 2X package, which means we're going to see 2 pit stops. Depending on caution, we could see someone stretch it. We have seen that with Macaron and Darlington. We could see weird strategy. If you're somebody like an Ian Stiles, you have nothing to lose. You are 79 points back, which means it's go home, win or go home, and basically broke or bust. As there's our first wreck. That's the big one. That is the big one. That's Jordan. That's a point. That's Ream involved. Eric Monaco. Let's look at what happened. That's gonna be a caution. We gotta waive that too. Definitely gotta waive that in the chat, so we don't have any more wrecks. All right, caution's out. Yellow flag number 1. It's Jeff Jordan, our points contender, arguably, and that might be Anthony McClure. That's second and third in points. That's huge implications as the pace car will come out. Oh, we got another wreck. There's another wreck. I think that might have been the tide car of Clint Buchanan. Let me see. Rain. Let me see. No, I don't know. We'll have to check that. Let's go back to the first accident here, though. Man, what a crazy night at Orlando. This definitely was in the making with Jordan. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Here we go. We're going 5 wide, and oh, it's actually not even Jordan. It might be. Oh, my. It might be 2 separate. This is Bradley Ream and Pockris, McClure, and Fogelman. Let's take it from the helicopter. Ooh, helicopter. There we go. All right, so let's go on board here. Reggie Fogelman. Yeah, now it's Pockris and Ream into Fogelman, into Macaron. McClure gets some side damage, and there's Jordan at the back. He hits Strauss right there. Hard wreck up front. Now we're going to keep this helicopter view. As you can see, Fox misses. Paint's good avoidance. Shangle, another good avoidance. Oh, Fox on the brakes. Unfortunately for Davis, Gorse, not so lucky. Macaron, Salamander's going to get in it right there. Yep, Reese's in it. Rain, Isle, Monaco on the brakes. Paulus Jr. unfortunately in it. Buchanan, another points contender. Now let's go back up to the front here. As you see, there's Strauss and Ream. Let's go back. If there was a second wreck under the pace laps, let's see. Let's play it back here. When the pace car comes out, let's try to pick it up. It was somewhere, I believe. Oh, well, pit stops. Yeah, we'll have to worry about that too. We'll talk about that in a second. Coming right here, you're going to see somebody correct, and it might have been. Yeah, let's. Oh, there it is. There it is. It's Messi. That's. Oh boy. Let's see. Messi. Oh no, it's someone else. It's Bobby Isaac and Messi. Okay, let's run this in pace. All right, so Bobby Isaac and Messi just hit each other. Padnall gets a little bit. That's not much. Freeze, not much really to. Oh, he gets hit with Fogelman. That's actually big. And oh, here comes everyone else. Might be more up ahead actually. No, I think that was it. I may have shown the birds a little damage. That's all right. Well, that's gonna essentially take out. Well, we'll see. I don't know. This race could be wild. We could see more wrecks, and no one's out of this. We know McLaren. Let's see, the Bovic up there. Styles, yeah, the Bovic leads. Styles, let's go to the bet. Let's see you retire from this race. Let's just see. That's it. McClure's out. Davis is out. It's showing only 40 here. That's weird. Here's how to retire. We think Paulus is in trouble. He was involved in the wreck. There's no rave around because he was involved. Looks like it's just McClure in the 12. Buchanan looks good. Jordan, we know, has damage, but it wasn't heavy enough to where he could be considered out. It's not over yet for those guys. I believe that's just going to be a 3-car wreck for retirement. Let's see. Yep, I think that's it. See anyone else? Claire's done. Anyone else on the pit road? Padnod. Reese's done. We know that. Looks pretty good here. Oh, someone else just retired. Is that Davis? Messi. That's big. Santi Messi just retired. That could be big in the points. Buchanan's got damage. Reeves got damage. Messi was 4th in points. McClure was 3rd, basically tied. Joran's got damage. The Wolf has escaped. Freeze was in it. Fogelman was in it. Roach is still good. Ream, we talked about, is in it. This could be big for Eli the Wolf. But we still have a long way to go, and we're going to definitely get this restart going pretty soon. Excuse me. Looks like everyone else got out pretty good. Fogelman fixed his damage. I think Freeze fixed his damage. Let's check on the Toyotas of Fogelman and Freeze. Let's see if they think they fixed everything. They were the other ones in our second one. Fogelman's there. He looks decent. Freeze has the back end, but it's not really that bad considering we could get more if Fox has the same damage. There's no really the only way we DQ cars if you have hood damage, and it appears there is none. So these guys are still in it. This is Orlando. Things can get wild. We're about to go back to green flag here with the Bovic, our Homestead winner, out front, and Ian Stiles in second, Jeff Bolton third, Brandon Beal fourth, Hamilton out of nowhere fifth, Movement sixth, seventh is going to be Rain, eighth Chilton, ninth 56, and 10th Zevel. That's going to be your top 10 right there. I forgot the 56 there. I'm going to just correct that. I believe that is Dripsy, excuse me. That's your top 10. Get a sip right there. So that's our first wreck of the race. I'm going to have Zach type in his his thoughts in his first 5 laps through text, and I'll read it on the broadcast. We'll let him do that right there as we have that pace car make that hard right-hand turn once again. One of the craziest races of the season has already taken 2 big points contenders out with McClure and Messi, and Jordan with damage. Will we see more? That's the monster that is Orlando Super Speedway. But we're going to go back to the Geico restart zone. It's going to be Debovic leading us back to green here at lap 6 with Ian Stiles with a rocket star on the outside. Looks like right now no one's really crazy slow or off the pace. Things are pretty decent. Let's just check, make sure the pack is in contingency. We might have a couple. Maybe Ream. Nah, Ream's actually up the speed. Now Orlando is weird like that, where you can just stay in the pack and you can get a top 15 run. It's very draft oriented here. So these guys are technically not out of it, even if they're all slow. Let's see anyone else. Bean Styles up the front. No, I think everyone's pretty decent. I'm not going to even say anyone. I think we're still going to go 4 wide here. You know that. And this is Orlando for a reason. We're not done wrecking, possibly. It's David Hamilton, our guy who's finished last in points basically the entire season. He's just trailing the field. As there is definitely 2 pack distinctions with Ard back there and Freeze. That's going to be your pack. I think we're going to have 20 guys in this. 22, maybe? Let's see. There's Ard. There's Freeze back there. They're still in the pack. Anything can happen. Wolf is back there. He's got a little damage. Nothing crazy. Yeah, I don't think any of these guys are out of this race to get a top 10 or 5. This is not over by any stretch of the imagination. We're still got a long way to go. We know pit stops are coming, so this isn't over. Right now, though, it's back to the front. We got to get back to the front because that's where the main action is, the main course. It's Ian Styles getting shuffled out wide. David Hamilton still leads the pad. Joy Paints should be in this mix. That will be interesting to see what she can do. Hamilton's going to block low. Roach is going to go lower. He's had a pretty consistent car. Nothing crazy so far for Roach. Jonah Burge as well, looking really good. He's had an interesting type of season as they continue to rocket around here at Orlando Super Speedway. Jonah Burge will take second. As you see, Webb with a little left side damage, nothing crazy. As you see, Burge looks for second now with help from Knight and Rain. LJ Toledo on the bottom with help from Pat Miller and Zeeble. We're going to take a little quick commercial. Not a commercial, just a thought about Zach's thoughts. Not much to say, but they've already started to get aggressive early. It's been Zach's little mid-race report there. Nothing crazy, and he's right. We haven't really seen anything crazy. No big wrecks, but it's going to get intense. You see Miller looking at our first 4 wide since the accident. And there's our first 5 wide almost back there with Dubovic. They are going to sort that out with Beal. This is where you got to be careful. Movements back there. Yeah, this is where you really got to be careful. We distinctly have 2 packs now, and this is where the wrecks could come. And you can see everyone's starting to push the issue a little bit, figuring out the distance. It appears that Ard might be the guy off the pace, and he may not be in a bad spot because the way this is going, yeah, these guys right here, they're not out of this. And you might think, well, why are they not out of this? It's not about winning for these guys. It's about getting a solid run. Eli the Wolf has damage, it looks like, that we just don't see. They're not fighting for 21st. If we get 1 wreck, that's a top 10 spot. Or we get 2 wrecks even, that's a top 5 spot. Anything can happen at Orlando. Don't count these guys out just yet, even if they look damaged and abused. Back at the front, though, it's LJ Toledo. He was looking low. Let's see if he continues that strike to the front with that monster Ford. Trying to be a monster tonight, but he gets shoveled up high. It's Pat Miller, our Pensacola winner. Pat Miller had an epic finish. He held off Fogelman, Freeze, and I believe someone else to get the win at Pensacola. And I believe that second place was... Yes, that second place was Jessica Strauss. So good job for Pat Miller keeping Ford alive in that picture for the manufacturer's title. See if he can do a double up here in Florida at Pensacola and Orlando. Sweep the Floridian tracks on the circuit other than Homestead. Oh, Movement's going 5 wide. Movement went 5 wide for a second, but he backed off. Pat Miller has help from Zevel and Chilton. We talked about Chilton being the man of the hour, always fast, raw pace. Paints is getting really close with Rain, but they're going to keep it together. Shangle goes a little lower to break a little side draft. This is where the wreck starts. Ripsy goes a little lower. This is where you start to see the aggression pick up, and people think, well, this is where it gets calmer. The calm through the storm is really, believe it or not, at the inside lane. You don't want to be on the outside here in a 4 or 5 wide situation if they start dicing it up at the front. Let's talk about one guy that kind of got an outside chance that doesn't really have an outside chance. It's Dubovic. He's not really. Now you're probably thinking, well, what is Neeks Dubovic? He's probably out of the championship. Why? But he has a chance to get 2 wins on the season. And when you get 2 wins on the season, you basically would be the only guy with 2 wins on the season. That's something we have not had. We could have 10 different winners in 10 races. So there's a lot of these guys who have different agendas than that. What we're saying here is don't count anybody out who has a win. They're looking for that different agenda and different... Burge and Paints are making contact. This is how a wreck starts. Is Isaac making 5 wide? There it is. There's the 5 wide. This is exactly what the guys in the back need. Oh boy. They're pushing. Yeah, this is going to continue 5 wide. I think turn 1 and 2 is going to be the problem. It's not really so much 3 and 4, but the way they're racing... Oh boy, this could still get... this could get hairy. Nope, Ian Styles will look back there. He's going to keep it cool. Jonah Burge See that, John Burns. Isaac still hasn't had much all season to think about, so he's looking to get out one last win here. We know Atlanta will be an interesting race. As Ian Styles tries to go 5 wide back there, does he do it on movement? No, they break it away. Paints and Beal still rubbing, nothing crazy though. I think they're going to sell back to 4. You can go 4 wide easy at Orlando. It's just 5 and 6 that really cause a havoc and scare, but they keep it together. Isaac has big train help from Dubovik and Bolton, while Dripsy has Zevel and Shangle. Beal is in the middle as well, as no one is looking on the inside, other than Webb and Styles. Webb does go to that 4 wide after a little arrow split and breaks away. Now it's Bobby Isaac at the front. Bobby Isaac is, like I said, he hasn't been at the lead all season, but what do? You got to control the pace. It's all about controlling the pace right now, being the Pied Piper at a super speedway. As there might have been a wreck, there's a little bit of smoke. That might have been a small one. We'll just check on the pit row. Anything? Nothing really. We just saw a little smoke there. Might have been a single car spin. Everything looks good. Might have just been one of those quick spins and no harm, no foul in that situation. Eli the Wolf seems to be the guy in the second pack, so they could be fighting for 21st, depending on a wreck. These guys way back there, they're off the pace for sure. Interesting to see Movement with damage. He still has a chance to move up. Movement, now, you probably think, well, what does Movement have to do with anything? He's still in a championship contention, all but slim. It pretty much needs to win tonight and have a heck of a lot of help. But the biggest thing for Movement is for Toyota's sake, they get another win here. That'd be 2 on the season for him, 3 total. That will put Toyota in a chance to get a manufacturer's crown. That's important for them. It's our pole sitter, Jeff Bolton, 37-38 combo with Beal at the front. As Movement looks inside. Oh, he's pitting. Oh boy, pit stops on lap. That's going to be a 2-stopper. Does anyone else pit? Or is this damage repair? Or is this strategy? Let's see if anyone else pits. Let's see. No, these guys did not. What's this check Movement? That might have been the guy who went into a single car spin, and we didn't see it on the restart. Is he retiring? No, heavy damage. Now that might be a strategy call, and that's not going to work for Movement because now he's going to be alone, less speeds on the car with damage. You're asking for getting lapped here. That could be it for Movement's night for a win and potentially a chance at any chance at the championship. It's Joy Paints out front. Joy Paints, just to kind of go over her season, really good in the beginning. As we got some more pitters. That's not the move for Movement. Then that might be costly. You need to have friends. I don't think this is the move either, unless that second pack comes in. Let's see if that second pack comes in. Eli the Wolf leads that pack about 7 seconds back. Let's see what we got here. No, they're staying tucked in. They might have actually pit. They probably can go longer. This could be interesting for tonight. They could probably go 20 laps. Oh boy, if they go 20 laps, they can make it on 1 stop. That would be interesting. At the front, those Dripsy out front with guys pitting. This is probably going to end the threat for cautions. This might be the last chance at a caution right here, and I don't see it happening. So this is going to be a strategy-heavy race. There's really nothing else to say. It's 4 tires and fuel at the call. With tire wear being about 2/10, you need to take 4 tires. There we go. Here comes the rest of the field. We would think, no, it's just Styles and Shangle. It's going to hold up Burridge and Toledo. It might cost them the draft. That's exactly what that second pack needs, believe it or not. Shangle coming in. And the second pack is led by, like I said, Ard and Wolf. Yeah, those guys are, I think they have more fuel on board. Oh boy, they might be the only ones to make it on 1 stop. How the tape? Oh, there's Movement. He's a lapper and he's slow. This is what you need if you're painting drips here to break away. Isaac's going to look lower. Zevel as well. Beal is stuck. Roach is stuck. Dubovik is stuck. No need to really black flag him. He's in the pack. He's maintaining speed. Goes up high. He's doing a good thing as a lapper. Just these guys got to get around. Let's go to the pit row 1 cam. Does Dripsy come in? Let's see. Anyone coming in? No. Now, they make it halfway here. They got to go 1 more lap. They go 1 more lap. They should be able to make it on fuel. No problem. That would make it a 1-stop race. The guys who pit first time, they're probably going to have to pit again. That's probably going to end their night for a chance at a win. But could help the guys in the second pack as everyone's slowing down here. More skid marks. That was just from the first accident. That's interesting. We have something going on. 51 Pockers is in. No caution. I don't think we have a caution on the speedway. I think these guys have just been split up. That's just typical racing here in Orlando. When you get pit stops, these guys start to cycle, and you start to see the common effect of what happens during a pit stop cycle. As you see guys like, let's see, yeah, it's about a second spread. Toledo's probably the last guy in this pack. There's Gorse, yeah, Macaron. Everyone's got hoods. There's no need to DQ. No, oh, we got some more pitters. It's Roach in there. They might be close on fuel. That's not guaranteed. You want to go one more lap. Anybody who stayed out now is guaranteed. These guys are going to have to save a little bit. And with no cautions, you might want to go 19 laps to be sure. What about Eli the Wolf? Let's see what he's doing. So that's our main points leader. Does he pit? Yeah, these guys have more fuel on board, though. So they're playing it safe. I think they should be able to make it because of that more fuel on board. It's just the guys that did not pit the first time that are really interesting. They're kind of going to have to stretch it, which I think is a good move. It's just where's your friends at? That's going to be the key. Everyone should be coming in this time. Should be no hesitation here. Eric Monaco is he's really off the pace. That if Paints is doing 190, what's Eric doing? Oh boy, Eric was the controversy. Oh, he's way off the pace. That's going to be close. And I think Eric Monaco right there is going to get a call from the stewards. And if he doesn't pick up, he's not picking it up. After last week causing the big one at Pensacola, that's it for Eric Monaco. He's done for tonight. A tough break for Eric, but I mean, after causing an stupid avoidable penalty last week, everyone exits out of the pits. Your night's over. I mean, it's game over as Toledo exits the pits. And with all due respect to Eric, even though he had a chance at the championship, after the last week, the officials were pretty clear that you call something stupid, it's game over. So that's it for Eric. Now, Joy Paints, this is interesting. Joy Paints, Dripsy, they haven't pit yet. I mean, they got to pit now. And I don't know if Paints is going to make it. Paints didn't get down for. Oh boy, this Paints run out of fuel. That would cause a caution, and that also could be an interesting storyline, causing a caution automatically for not pitting. We'll have to find that out. We're not messing around tonight. This is a championship penultimate race. This is a decider for some of these guys. We've got to be atop of the officiating. As Paints is the only one who hasn't pit yet, and what is only a surprising move, 2-second fall off. Not really fall off with tires, but it just shows you the draft matters here. And Eric Monaco is going 180. These guys are going 195, 196, 197. He needed to go. Let's just make sure Eric did pit. If Eric did not pit, that would... Yeah, he pit. He's done for the night. We'll just check the leaderboard real quick on Eric, make sure he's done. Yeah, he's been DQ'd. He'll finish 38th tonight. Joy Paints is in, just barely. And I think one more lap probably would have ran out of fuel. So Joy Paints can make it on field. Everyone else who pitted lap 18 and above, probably safe. At this point, it's just about who's your friends and where's Bobby Isaac and Chilton. Let's see where those guys are at, because that's going to be your telltale sign of who's going to win this race. There's Chilton. There's Roach. Roach and Burge are going to have a head of steam. They're going to take this first pack lead, and that might be the lead of the race. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Dripsy's going to come up. Nope, he can't do it. Nope, he cannot do it. It's going to be Roach, I think. Oh, that second pack behind is pretty menacing. Who's that behind? I think that's Webb. Webb's in there. Oh, Rain got a problem? Is that Dark Rain with a problem? Yeah, that's going to be looks like an automatic caution, because that is a danger on the track, and that is a DQ for Dark Rain, because it looks like he's trying to come up the track, which, yeah, that is dangerous. That's a caution. Dark Rain, we're going to have to find out. Now, oh my goodness. That is, what are you doing? Folks, that is one of the dumbest things I think we have seen in this season, and Joy Paints, I think, was the last one to make it. Let's go check Dark Rain. That's a caution. What did he let's see what happened. Did he actually run out of fuel, or did he just not understand what was going on here? Let's see. Did he miss pit road? No matter what, it's a DQ for doing extremely silly antics at 200 miles per hour. That is, yeah, it looks like he's in the pack here, and he just goes high, and I think he missed a gear. Then he clutched it in, and he ran out of fuel. And unfortunately, when you do that, you got to get way below. You got to be closer to the grass in this city. We're at Orlando Super Speedway, and he's playing games with the apron on the track, which we're not taking that kindly. After what Eric Monaco did last week, we talked about this, and that's just silly. You're going to see right here the end result is pretty dumb. He's going to think it's all right, get a clearance from his spotter, I guess, and well, put it in reverse at guys coming at almost 190. That's that's a DQ. Zach, what your thoughts on this through typing? Have we seen something like this? Because this is that might not be good for pace. Let's see. Let's see the leaderboard. Let's see the leaderboard real quick. We might have to give a free pass. These guys might be pitting. I'm not sure. But let's see if there is a free pass. It's going to be the 27 if he's not off pace. That's the thing, is he's not off pace. Mechanical on the 64. Let's go back. Hold on. Let's go to Jacob Shangle. Tire issue. He might be shredding a tire. He's going to have to come in this time. If he does not come in this time, that'll be. Oh, Noah Knight is going to stay. We got split strategy. So it's going to be Noah Knight. Yeah, 64 is in. 27 will not get free pass because I believe the 57. Let's see. 27. Let's see how slow. Yeah, no, he was probably way off the pace anyway. He was running lap times in the minutes. In fact, that's 7 seconds off the pace. He probably should be done for the night. And I think we'll give him a lap or two. But if he's not up the pace, that might be parked for Daniel Paulus Jr. Unfortunately, let's see who stayed out. Boy, I don't know. This is an interesting strategy call. Again, I understand if you're Frank Chilton, you got nothing to lose because you're on the verge of champ. Eric Monaco's officially done with the championship, and a lot of guys are kind of falling off now. So I get why Chilton did. Everyone else taking a gamble. Fresher tires, paints for sure. Paulus Jr. is going to have to be sent to the back, or he's going to have to stay one lap down. We're going to have to put him on the back anyway. But let me get Zach's thoughts. Zach, real quick, type it out, buddy. Your thoughts on what happened with that rain incident and then this split strategy, because that was crazy to say the least with the rain thing. And then the split strategy, I understand Noah Knight, Isaac. A lot of these guys have manufacturer deals here where stay out, play a little defense. It's just what do you do with fresh tire? Yeah, dumb move to say the least, says Zach. Which we talked about this. We're just not tolerating that anymore, and that's altering race results. For the split strategy, what do you think, Zach, about the split strategy? What's your thoughts on this? We'll get him to go now. Now, these guys, what would be really dumb is if they come in this time, which that would be pretty much game over. I mean, if they would come in this time, that you just give. I think tires being fresh may be better. They're coming now. Zebel might be the first one out. Let's see the first one out. We have how many cars on the lead lap? 37, 36. I don't count Paul's. He's coming in now. And all right, so Paulus, I think, is coming in. Zebel just moved up high, and he'll go up line just to give room. Perfect. Yeah, we're gonna have to see with him. If he's really that off the pace, we'll DQ him. But point is, Noah Knight is our leader of this race, and we're gonna go back to green this time. We're going back to green because we need an 11 lap finish here. This is a 10 lap dash. This is basically it. For a lot of these guys, this is the season. This is their season. Eli the Wolf. Let's go back to Eli the Wolf. Let's pan back to him real quick as I give a top 10 rundown. It's Noah Knight who stayed out. Isaac who stayed out. Children who stayed out. He's in 25th. Let's see. Webb, Joy Paints, Toledo, Padnod, Zevel, and the 66 of Roach. That's basically it. If they think they can make it with these pace laps, they're banking on that. For these guys, they're hoping this goes clean, mean, and green, and they run out of fuel. Let's go through 11th through 20th real quick. Let's do this 11th through 20th. We got Hamilton, Stover, Miller, Burridge, Styles as your top 15. We got enough time for to go. Yeah, 45 we have. Let's see. I forgot who that was. My fault there. It's the Bolvik. Have Sully of me. Beal, Buchanan, and then Island Freeze. That's your top 20. So this is really good. It's going to come down to this, people. This is kind of it. Paulus, I think, let's see where he's at just to make sure he's not going to interfere with these leaders. It's going to come down to this top 20. And really, Frank Chilton, we'll have to watch him on the restart. If he's too slow, he's getting the caboose out. We can't mess around now with less than 10 to go here. This is it. Noah Knight, Bobby Isaac have to roll the dice. Chilton basically has rolled the dice as well. Can they save enough gas on this recording? Save enough gas on this pace lap, per se, these pace laps. For every 2 pace laps, there's usually 1 extra lap of green. Is that enough to make it home? Does Frank Chilton, with the fresher tires back there, play the right move? We're about to find out. Pace car's going to make that right-hand turn. This is Orlando, baby. This is a 10-lap dash. You saw it at the Magical Kingdom. Into the restart zone we go. We're green flag racing at Orlando with 10 to go, and Bobby Isaac jumps out of the head. Let's see where Paulus is right now. Let's just make sure he's not goofing around back there. Let's just make sure. It looks like he's pretty safe. In fact, Reggie Fogelman is slower than him, so we'll have to watch that as the race goes on. That could be something we watch. But back at the front, let's go to Bobby Isaac. Everyone's in line. Things are starting to heat up a little bit. Pretty slow up the speed lap at Orlando. It's probably the slowest as you get through the gears here. Knight's going to have help from Chilton. These guys are banking on to go green the rest of the way. I don't know. They might need their caution. We'll find out. Hamilton, I think, he also pit. He might be onto something. Here comes, is that Webb with some damage on the, yeah, he's got some damage. We talked about him on the old left side right there. Nothing crazy, though. He should be good. Everyone stays out, so we're good. It's really going to come down to who has the line run. The outside has a good run through 3 and 4, so Chilton's going to have to worry about that the last 5 laps of the race. He needs some friends. LJ Toledo will not be his friend as he'll ditch Webb low. But does David Hamilton, with nothing to lose, go lower? No, they stay tucked in line. Now, Noah Knight starts to break up on the outside line. The inside's getting organized. Roach is going to go lower. That's a smart move. Roaches could be the guy. We talked about Roach winning at Mount Pocono. Well, put this in perspective. Roach wins tonight. He's going to jump a lot of people. And if Eli the Wolf, who right now currently sits 20... Let's see where Wolf sits. Let's just see. He sits 20th, which I think timing and score is going to update. He sits 20th place, and somebody like Roach gets up there, it could be a different story. And we could see more guys enter the championship mix. These guys aren't out of it. We still can get another wreck. And they're not done wrecking possibly if we keep going with the aggression. So we'll see what happens as these closing 8 laps end this race. We'll find out. Jet Bolin goes a little bit lower. No. Movement and Shangle were the last stragglers. Are going to move into the pack now. Here comes Chilton versus Webb. Who has the help? I'm going to say it's going to be Chilton right now on the outside 3 and 4, but 1 and 2 clearly Webb on the inside. They just have a stronger and a shorter radius around the track. But Roach breaks that up. They'll be forced to the middle. Now, who goes help from Roach with the inside line? Bolton will follow. Al will follow. The Bolton will follow. We'll side draft. If I'm Roach, you got to side draft the 98. Do you side draft them? Yes, you do. No, great move by Webb and Toledo. The spotters said, hey, listen, we got big help coming from 66 and 38. This is a winning move. Block. That's perfect timing with the last 3 laps of the race. Watch those simple moves. It's these little moves off the pack that you don't see that could be the difference between a W and a second place. It's going to be Byron Webb at the line, though, with 7 to go leading as they go 3 wide behind. Jeff Bolton on the way inside, hugging that yellow line. That is a good move. On 1 and 2 is just 3 and 4. It's hard to get the traction. Roach is in a good spot here as they start to move. 4 wide. Dubovik goes 4 wide. That's our first 4 wide since the restart. Should be good. Pates is going to get shoved up a little high with Isle, but nothing too crazy. Shangle goes 4 wide as well. They keep it together, though. No help on the inside much other than Toledo and Bolton. Movement goes 4 wide. Movement goes 5 wide. Movement saying, I got nothing to lose. It's move or go. Does he back off? Yes, he does. Doesn't have the help. About to watch that. Burge goes in there low as well. This is going to be interesting, guys. If they get the 3 to go when they don't pit, we could be good. This could be our last check here at the back of the pack. Let's see if anyone is seriously off the pace, and we would have to say Paulus or somebody. 26 and the 57. Let's see. Oh man, yeah, 26. Yeah, he's done for the night. That's it. 180. These guys are doing 200. They're gonna catch him with. Yeah, we cannot have a race altering finish. Their 26 is good night. That's gonna do it for the 26 car. He'll be DQ'd from the rest of the results. Back at the front though. This is going to be a heck of a finish. Dubovic leads, looking to get that second win. Chilton's pushed to the outside. Dripsy goes 5 wide, way low, but he's going to back off. There's no help on the inside. It's the middle line from 3 and 4. It's prevailing now, which is interesting. Way outside, Jeff Bolton, no help other than Shangle. Not tucked in. Now, Dubovic goes high as to block that. Is that the right move, though? Is that the right move? I don't know. Now Roach goes crossover top to bottom. Oh, boy. Does he have help, though? No, he's going to get some help from Birds. They start the side strap. Now here comes Isle for Dodge, looking for that first win. Dodge's only hope tonight, really. Can he do anything? Movement's in the pack now. Isle's getting pushed from both along the two-car tandem style. Roach has got a block. If you're Roach, do you go up top? Do you block the middle? I think the middle's the way to go in 3 and 4 because there's really no help on that top lane. It's the middle. Does Isle go top? He's going to go top. It starts to form. The middle's got more steam, though. Where does movement go? He's going to side brap a little bit the ball in the gel at 38 Ford. No. Doesn't have the momentum. I think Roach made the clean move. He'll go to the bottom. Stay at the bottom. Now, middle's going to look high. Middle's looking high. A little spider can right there for him. We're not going to do that. We don't have the time. We'll do that to the next race in the finale. But it looks good for Roach. He's going to block all lanes. It's going to come to 4 laps to go, excuse me. I think we get to 3 to go. That's when it could be it for these pitters. If they make it with no caution, we're in good shape. If we get a green-white checker, which is active, that would be a different story, though. Now, Roach looks pretty good here. He's going to have no help on the outside. He's going to stay low to the middle. That's the key. Block the low to middle. You have more momentum. Burge, not a great season. We talked about him in that Netflix 07. He's had pretty much a rough season other than the Auto Club Raceway. He's still going to get capped out for a win. Patrick Miller's low. We talked about him looking for the Florida double. Double shot of Florida wins, but he's got no help on the inside. Dripsy's up there. Nothing to lose. Movement's there. Movement, like I said, he won the first Super Speedway race. Can he win the last true Super Speedway race of the year? Even though Atlanta Super Speedway is one, it's a different kind of racing. We'll see compared to here. Burge has the... Ooh, almost there. Almost there, but he's got no help. Dripsy's going to start to trail back. Does he trail brake the... Yep, he's going to start to trail brake a little bit, which is important in Super Speedway. Use the brake, trail brake, get some aero draft. You start getting a little bit of that wind, and you'll pick it up, and he's going to have to help. Roach is going to get shuffled high. Great move by Burge, dragging the brake from helping Dripsy. Bowen's going to go lower. Patrick Miller's on the apron making a pass. That's not allowed. That's going to have to be reviewed by the officials real quick at the end of the race. And if that is indeed a pass below the yellow line, that's going to be a DQ. We'll have to look at that later, though. Here we go. Now it's going to be Dripsy and Bolton. As we see our cameraman there, Dripsy and Bolton, they're going to start battling it out now. David Hamilton, what does he do? He hasn't done nothing all season. He's going to have from Zeeble. That was Zach's camo driver of the race. They start to move around a little bit. Oh, there it is. They're pitting. They're pitting. That's Knight. That's going to do it for Knight. It's going to do it for Webb. That will... Oh, boy, this is not over yet. Where are these guys going to shuffle out? We'll have to find out later. Is that Miller again looking 4 wide? Yes, he does, but he'll keep it clear. Hamilton with the lead. They back it back to 3 wide. Help from Zevel on the outside. Now it's going to come down. Does Jeff Bolton get the outside run? No. Here comes Miller, who is in question with that yellow line move. We'll have to review that at lap 31. I had that noted. So he'll be shuffled to the back if that is the case. Now, here's the help from Hamilton. Joy Paints has the fuel looking for while with fresher tires. Zevel is coming. Pat Miller's going to make a move. No, he stays tucked in line. Paints has got a huge head of steam back there. That could be a big run with help with Shangle and Toledo. But do they pit here? Who's going to pit? 2 to go. Do we see anyone else pit? No. This is all she wrote. We're going to get to the white flag. It's Zevel out front. Pat Miller on the outside. Isaac going low. Dripsy's going to try to lead the middle lane. Does he break off? No. Now it's horse racing, baby. Zevel's going to stay high. Here comes Bobby Isaac on the inside with help from Joy Paint. What does Devil do? He breaks the air. Here comes Pat Miller with a little help from Dripsy. No, they go back to the middle. Bobby Isaac needs to get a big head of steam with Paints. Does Paints and Isaac make the move? Yes, but Zevo goes up high. Does he have enough move? Does he trail break from Miller? No. Bobby Isaac's looking for that lead. Down the backstretch for the last time. Here comes Joy Paints with help. It's going to all be about that second pusher. Does Paints stay tucked with Isaac? Yes, Shangle stays higher. Oh, they start to break up. Hamilton breaks up a little bit on the outside. It's going to be Bobby Isaac and Zevo. Now the help's starting to come back. It's going to be a photo finish. No, Bobby Isaac's got it. This Paints make a move at the end. It's going to be Bobby Isaac and that 71 Dodge Charger. Can you believe it? How about this photo finish? No. Bobby Isaac from the 71 Dodge Charger wins it in the throwback in Orlando and gets Dodge's first win. We will have a guaranteed manufactured title race at Atlanta Super Speedway. Let's look at the finishing results real quick to see where those guys who pitted. We might have had some more pitters, actually. Let's see. Nope, I don't think so. Let's just see. No, I think we're right. That was good. That was clean. Now, the only thing we got to watch is, did Patrick Miller make a pass below the yellow line? As there's some more coming across the finish line now. That's the only thing we have to watch. If he did, we'll have to go back to lap 32. Let's see. If he made... All right, let's see. Right here. Let's roll the tape. If he made a pass below the yellow line, might have been 31. That'll be a black flag, and that'll be a DQ. Let's see. So he can't pass Paints right here. He cannot... Might have been the lap before. We'll have to go back to the lap before, actually. I think that's... Yeah, here we go. This is it. Lap 31. Let's see. If not, he's clear, but that's the only thing in question. Does he make the move below the yellow line? No, it looks pretty good, so it was the next lap. We'll just go 32 real quick, just to confirm it. Remember, you just got to not have all four below the yellow. If he's good, he's good. Right there, he's close. But he keeps it pretty tucked in. He just can't pass Paints below the yellow. Oh, that is close. That is a borderline call, but that's only 2, so that's good. We're going to keep it. That's going to be a clean result for Patrick Miller. That's your official results tonight. So now it all comes down to this, guys. Points are going to come through the picture as our first win for Dodge is in the form of Bobby Isaac and that 71 Dodge Charger. Zach, I'm going to let you type in your final thoughts here from Orlando Super Speedway as we get the top 10 leaderboard to confirm all our finishing results. As Zach is typing, he'll put the leaderboard. I'll run it off the final 10 as well. So we have our... Oh, it's not the last 10. We'll go to lap 34 here. Let's just speed it up. Okay, so here's your top 10 results as Zach types. Bobby Isaac wins for Dodge, the first win of the season. They had a clutch one as well. Joy Paint in second keeps her slim, but marginal championship hopes alive. Zevel with a big 9 in third. Nothing to do with Jacob Shangle and Pat Miller. They were just out here for fun. Dripsy with a good run in 6th. Toledo 7th. 8th, David Hamilton, nothing to lose. 9th, DeBovic, your Homestead winner. And Brandon Beal rounds out top 10. Let's talk where Eli the Wolf finished. Eli the Wolf, I believe he got 19th, 18th at the line. So that's going to put Eli the Wolf. Anybody who finished below Eli the Wolf that was 41 points or back, they're done. This could come down to Atlanta Super Speedway. It could come down to qualifying. That could be the biggest qualifying session of the season, and that might be it. We might see crazy shenanigans here at the last race. Let's just check Zach what he said. Tough break for Jordan Messi. I agree. And to close it out, this was one of the races where you had no track position, you had no strategy. You had to have a little lady luck on your side. And for tonight, Bobby Isaac got it done in Orlando, and we'll conclude the penultimate race of the season. This is going to do it for me as well. In the commentary booth is the main guy, Bradley Ream, will be here for Atlanta to bring it home. It's been a wonderful journey as your lead commentator. And for Zach, for doing great co-commentary as always in production. We'll look forward to seeing him in Atlanta. We'll look forward to seeing you fans at Atlanta Super Speedway for the finale. The championship decider, our manufactured title decider. It all comes down to Atlanta, the Peach State. Those peaches will be fresh in Georgia. For one last time, this is your boy Vince Freeze signing off for SOX Race 11. Good night, everyone.